Hello, welcome to Money Magazine. Tonight, the latest tech in toys coming to a theater near you. And bells on retail, ring or sting? But first, the news that's moved the markets.
The Federal Reserve finally raised near-zero interest rates by 25 basis points to 0.5%, the first increase since 2006. The move ends a 7-year period of easy money that pulled the U.S. economy out of the worst economic slump since the Great Depression. Chair Janet Yellen has signaled the pace of future hikes would be slow and gradual.
It takes time for monetary policy actions to affect future economic outcomes. Were the FOMC to delay the start of policy normalization for too long, we would likely end up having to tighten policy relatively abruptly at some point to keep the economy from overheating and inflation from significantly overshooting our objective. Such an abrupt tightening could increase the risk of pushing the economy into recession.
The HKMA followed the Fed and raised the base rate to 0.75%. Oil has extended declines from the lowest level in 7 years, plunging to the $35 range. Futures at one point had dropped to a 1-year low. Iran has pledged to press on with its plan to increase its output in anticipation of the lifting of sanctions after signing its landmark nuclear deal in April. OPEC countries have all but abandoned production limits, and experts say the glut could last well into 2016. The yuan has weakened to a 4-year low, the longest run of losses since June. The downward trend was triggered by capital outflows. Last week, the currency suffered its biggest weekly decline since Beijing reformed the exchange rate mechanism on August 11. China has posted steady growth in the country's industrial production and retail sales in November. The National Bureau of Statistics says value-added industrial output grew 6.2% year-on-year in November, marking its second highest monthly growth this year. The growth is reportedly related to the rebound of the automobile sector. Meanwhile, retail sales of consumer goods rose 11.2% in November, the highest monthly growth rate so far this year. Total sales reached 2.79 trillion yuan, driven by a nationwide online shopping spree on November 11, also known as the Singles' Day. In the markets, U.S. investment bank Goldman Sachs says a Federal Reserve interest rate hike would be the start of a 100 basis point surge in 2016. The bank says gold could drop to as low as $1,000 per ounce in the wake of a Fed move. It says financials would become attractive as profitability would grow at a time when valuations are reasonable. Fund manager Vanguard says policymakers in Beijing hope the Fed does not increase rates. Beijing reportedly worries U.S. growth and by extension China's is vulnerable as economic conditions have already tightened with the stronger dollar. Finance Minister Lou Jiwei said in October the U.S. can't raise rates too soon, adding Washington has a responsibility to help developing nations' economies that are dependent on the dollar amid sluggish growth.
The market expects that the benchmark interest rate of the US would not raise too much in the next year. So that I do think this will help to relieve the market concern in the short period, and it may be a short-term catalyst for the worldwide equity index to go up further.
Kids of all ages look forward to getting the latest toys on their wish list, and this year's hottest Christmas goodies come from a galaxy far, far away. Melissa Hekalea encounters the forces of seasonal demand at a local toy store.
May the force be with you, Melissa.
Nice. Merchandise from this sci-fi movie franchise looks to be the top seller this season as kids, young and old, are snapping up items faster than a hyperdrive.
So when these started going on sale, were people already lining up to buy them? Or?
Oh, We had over 800 people queuing up at the store at midnight to buy Star Wars products. All the fans were there, all the collectors were there, and they shopped till 4 in the morning.
Do you find more kids or adults buying toys?
I think the first phase was all the collectors, all the adults knew it was coming. The kids haven't seen the movie yet, so I think we'll see a second peak after the movie when the whole new generation of kids are seeing this movie for the first time.
What are the hot toys that you foresee?
Okay, number one is this little monkey here. He's called BB-8. He plays a big part in the new movie. And this is operated by an app on your mobile phone, and it's radio control, very high tech.
The price tag might seem steep for a toy at $150, almost an arm and a leg. But don't lose your head over it.
How cool is that? Hours of fun.
A specialized magnet allows its head to stay on top as its body rolls around. It's truly more droid than toy.
This is number one bestseller. I'd say, again, the lightsaber is number two. And then the collector action figures continue to be very, very hot.
Nice. I like that. Can I play with it? Sure. Is there anything new to this one that wasn't in the last one?
They develop over time, and the latest version is you can tailor-make your own lightsaber, and you can buy additional bits and pieces to go on it, and so it becomes a bit of a bespoke lightsaber.
Electronic and video game exports from Hong Kong grew by 11% this year, outperforming traditional toys for the first time.
Are you finding that there are more and more toys that come with apps, with mobile apps paired to them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sell a whole range of drones which require mobile apps, and we've got tech toys like this which require mobile apps. The advent of the mobile app as well is really enhancing the functionality of tech toys, and indeed they tend to be gender neutral as well because they are a bit more sophisticated, but girls and boys both enjoy them. Well, this is a kid's smart watch. It really looks very like the adult version. This also is an action camera where kids can put it on their bikes or on their helmets. And these are really techie toys, but designed for kids. And they're selling extremely well.
So are you finding a lot of toys mimicking adult gadgets today?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see where there's a sort of iconic styling coming through, and that is then translating into children's toys as well, whether it's app-based engagement or indeed it's just a very high-tech looking toy. Mobile phones, tablets, even the young kids they're introducing coding and different types of really techie toys to infants. So there's a whole generation coming through which is very, very sophisticated. But they're needing it for going into schools. And now the toy industry is realizing that they can take the new skill sets that are required and introduce them into toys from a very young age.
What is the all-time popular toy, would you say? I mean, is it a techie toy or is it a more basic type of toy?
I think it's traditional. You have to say Lego is number one. Monopoly is still very, very popular. Construction toys, even vehicles, radio-controlled vehicles and die-cast are still very strong.
So you've put out some of the top 15 toys here, actually even a little bit more, and this was one of them, this kinetic sand.
It's fabulous. It's a modeling material that is great for parents because it doesn't stain, and the kids can make great shapes and play for hours and hours with really using their own imagination.
After 2 slow years, Hong Kong saw its toy exports grow 2% in 2015. Research shows online toy sales may potentially contribute to more than 1/5 of toy revenues worldwide.
Do you find that people going online to shop, that number is growing more and more every year?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
The millennial consumer really is an omni-channel consumer, and they want to shop wherever they are, whatever time they want to, and they're really in control of their shopping behaviours, and we are responding to that. We've also launched a brand new StarCard app, and what that does, it integrates with content which is printed into our catalogue using augmented reality.
Toy manufacturers are partnering with other industries, from fast food chains to movie studios, taking advantage of partners' aggressive campaign strategies.
Whenever the movies come out, do the toys always sell well, or is it hit or miss?
They're doing extremely well and getting stronger and stronger each year, actually. There's a lot of promotional support and a lot of marketing, because there's so much marketing dollars put behind the movies. I'd say in the main, the big blockbusters tend to work extremely well.
What has been the most popular movie this year?
This year?
Yes, for
Gosh,
toys.
I think it's very close between Minions and Avengers, but I do think that when Star Wars comes out in a couple of weeks, that will take us all by surprise, and it will certainly be the property for this Christmas, I think, and also for Q1 next year as well.
Looks like it's happy holidays, and may the force be with you in 2016.
Next on Money Magazine, gift ideas to stuff in that stocking. Please stay with us. Welcome back to Money Magazine. It's the holiday season again, and this means the popular Christmas fairs are back with gift ideas for everyone, yourself included. Charlotte Luo checked out one of the popular annual fairs to see what was on offer for shoppers this season.
More than 3,000 shoppers converged for the annual pre-Christmas fair at the Conrad Hotel, held on 4 separate days in November and December. The fair offers a large variety of products in the hotel's 11,300 square feet ballroom.
I'm not sure. Well, it says English whiskey, okay.
Ian Ling's family has been running the fair for more than 20 years.
One of our major aims is to get a very high degree of diversity of products, because that's what people come to see. They come here to find the most innovative, the different, at good value. Okay? And what they do is they can come here, save time, save effort, save energy.
Well, I heard that there were some really nice gifts and stuff, so I thought I'd come by, take a look, and see what I could pick up for my friends and family. It's kind of like a fair where you see kind of small vendors, and it's more different, where you get like some smaller businesses who come out and you get to see a variety of different products.
Elizabeth has had a booth at the fair every year for 2 decades. Her family business supplies woolen clothing and accessories to boutique retailers. She moved away from Hong Kong 8 years ago, but comes back for the fair every year.
Wherever I am in the world, I come to Hong Kong. I found people that were interested in my products, and it's well attended, very well organized. It's right in the center of Hong Kong. It's a very good show before Christmas. I have customers that actually wait for us. They come and they want to see the new designs, the new colors.
Without a store in Hong Kong, the fair is her way to approach local customers directly. The products she's selling here range from 900 to 5,000 Hong Kong dollars.
We can't sell to chain stores. We not do large quantities. They are all handmade. This is all handmade. The fur is natural color.
Ian says the fair's edge is that it attracts the newest products.
We encourage anything new and innovative, and a lot of people actually are Hong Kong's creative designers and entrepreneurs, who try things out here. They can make that personal contact and get that feedback that they can't get anywhere else in terms of the quality of the people who want to shop here and in terms of the investment they make, which is only one day to meet about 3,000 potential customers.
This Hong Kong-based artist has visited the fair for several years and finally decided to join this time. He works with a fashion company to produce finger-painted accessories.
This is called Captain America.
Justin likes the fair because customers can get up close to his products and appreciate the details he tries to put in each item.
I paint a lot based on nature, flowers or just different parts of nature, the sea. And this in particular, it's called Happy Blossoms. Each product that I make or each painting that I do, each composition, it's all one only. It's painted with acrylic and it's specially treated so that it's water resistant.
Justin says he and his partner made a comfortable profit attending the fair for 2 days. He has confirmed he will join next year.
Is this new this year?
No, I think...
Ian says the fair is also a foodie dream come true.
Our gourmet foods, beverages, that area has been growing from year to year now. The population of Hong Kong is getting more knowledgeable about specific foods from various countries. And here we can get food from many countries.
We bought some Molly's Irish cream, which is supposed to be the original Bailey's, and some truffle sauce.
And there are conventional retailers who see the fair as a chance to market their stores. This young woman runs a home decor shop in Central. She's also a first-timer.
If we do it like advertising, basically the cost is quite higher, so we prefer doing some fair.
She imports stockings from Denmark and other Christmas ornaments.
So for here, of course, we only can put some giftwares, but we try to attract the customer whether they can come to our shop to take a look at our more bigger items. I just only joined 1 day because, to be honest, the cost is quite high over here.
So how's the business doing?
It's not really very good, but at least I can try to introduce some customers that they never know my shop before.
So the Christmas cheer isn't universal.
Hello. Hi.
Many other vendors at the fair sell only online normally. Peter's toy business is one of them. Customers can have their picture printed and put in a stuffed toy. He likes the customer FaceTime.
We actually find that coming out and people seeing it in the real life, it's just so much better.
The new idea this year is to use his toys to decorate a Christmas tree.
Our products, in some way, are suited to Christmas. We deliberately got a few Santa Claus, and they've been very popular this year. The kids love it.
What else do children like to buy?
I bought an Lego Advent calendar for myself, and also another Lego Advent calendar for my sister.
Ian says about 350 vendors joined the fair. Approximately 140 to 150 vendors each day. A few were on hand for a couple of days.
The total number of new exhibitors this year, I think, is about nearly 40%, and it's a real mix.
Why did so many exhibitors not come back? Ian believes some Christmas churn is a welcome thing.
They come here, they make all these contacts, and they don't need to be introduced to the market anymore. If the people have met, they're much more likely to buy over the electronic media than if they just go onto the internet to buy online. But that also gives us the diversity and variety that we want.
Now let's take a look at some of the best and worst performing blue chips in the past 2 weeks. It's high 5, low 5. Only 3 of the 10 stocks made performance gains during the period, underlining the difficult conditions in the market these days. China Mengniu Dairy, stock code 2319, was on top after the company technically clawed back some of the deep losses it suffered in recent weeks.
After a 50% correction in share price of Mengniu, we are not surprised to see a technical rebound in recent weeks. sluggish consumption demand, fierce price competition, and margin pressure would threaten Mengniu's core earnings. And its valuation is quite demanding right now. So without any further improvement in fundamentals, we see limited upside in the short term.
Rounding out the long list of stocks in the red during the period was shoemaker Bell International, code 1880. The company lost its footing in the last few quarters on poor sales amid a ferocious business environment.
Bell's footwear same-store sales growth weakened in recent months due to sluggish consumption demand and also threatened from online retailers. And despite its sportswear business posts a strong earnings growth, overall results are dragged down by the footwear business. With limited upside earnings potential, we see there are only limited catalysts for Bell share price performance in the near future.
Join us in 2 weeks for another edition of High Five, Low Five.
Thanks for watching. Next week on Money Magazine, Carnival comes to Hong Kong. Happy holidays.